602, we have a possible 187. I need backup. How to rewind this thing?
Oh, yes. Rewind, fast forward, and it's frame to frame.
Frame. Everyone just keep breathing. We're gonna get you through this. Just take it easy, okay?
So today, someone committed suicide. A woman got hurt. Now a man is dead.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Like, how many times have you seen a child fall and barely miss the edge of the table with their head? Like, why is it so rare that they hit it?
Get to your point.
When he's near, everything goes wrong. Toast falls jelly side down. Children hit tables. And people get hurt.
Hey, the police do not want to hear this stuff from yours, okay? So just stop now.
Sometimes he takes human form and torments the damned on earth before stealing them away. Where I come from, we call it the devil's meeting.
Is this guy for real?
Look, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You must consider that one of those people might be the devil.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Movie Buffer. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Devil. Devil, also known as The Night Chronicles Part 1, is a 2010 American supernatural horror film directed by John Erick Dowdle. The screenplay by Brian Nelson was from a story by M. Night Shyamalan. That's right. I see dead people. Director, producer, writer, all that. The film stars Chris Messina, Logan Marshall-Green, Geoffrey Arend, Bojana Novakovic, Jenna O'Hara, and Bokeem Woodbine. Devil was released on September 17, 2010. Critics praised the film's atmosphere and performances, but criticized the short-running time and the story. Now, John Erick Dowdle and Drew Dowdle said that the movie is based on a devil's meeting, which is a premise that the devil is on Earth to test evildoers by tormenting them. I don't know what you believe. I don't know if you believe the whole Bible thing. He was cast down or whatever. Or was he working with God? He was like, okay, Jesus, you're going to be the good guy. The devil, okay, you're going to have to take care of the bad guys. And we're just going to leave you down there and that's where your office is going to be. So it just depends on how you think about the whole good and evil kind of a thing. What is the purpose of the devil? Just to torment people for absolutely no reason? Or does he have a purpose for doing what he's doing, and his demons and minions and all that? So that's kind of what this story is about, or what the stories of the devil usually are about. Shyamalan acknowledged that the basic structure of the story was an Agatha Christie nod. In Christie's 1939 novel, And Then There Were None, as in Devil, a group of people with guilty past are trapped in an isolated area and begin to die one by one. The film was not screened to critics in advance, which was probably a mistake, but hey. Review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes gives the film score of 49% based on 99 reviews with an average rating of 5.2 out of 10. So it's basically, 50-50. You like it, you might not like it, it's okay. The site Rotten Tomatoes says it's better than many of the films that M. Night Shyamalan has been associated with. But Devil never gets more than a few low-budget thrills out of its fiendishly promising premise. I kind of have to agree with that. Dennis Harvey of Variety gave Devil a lukewarm review, saying, like the solid B thrillers of yore that often outshone A picks topping double bills, M. Night Shyamalan's produced Devil is nothing very special or original, but it gets the job done briskly and economically. Basically, it's okay, you can watch it. So that's what the critics are saying. Devil was intended by Shyamalan to be the first of the Night Chronicles trilogy, which involved the supernatural within modern urban society. In June 2010, Shyamalan announced the second film, titled 12 Strangers, and later changed it to Reincarnate. The film was about a jury discussing a case dealing with the supernatural. Chris Sparling was set to write the script, and Daniel Stamm would direct it. Shyamalan also confirmed that the story for the currently untitled third installment was going to be taken from the abandoned sequel to Unbreakable. But as of 2020, neither of those films has been produced. But his unused Unbreakable sequel idea later became the basis for Split. So as we see, the Chronicles idea may have had more depth and meaning to it. But who knows? It may come back to life as dead things occasionally tend to do. But, his second story, the Untitled story, kind of reminded me of The Devil's Advocate. The one with Keanu Reeves, where he's a lawyer, but he finds out that he's the devil's kid, and, all that. It kind of sounds like that, but we shall see. I don't know what it is about M. Night Shyamalan. He has made some really good movies, but he has missed the same amount of movies. It's like 50-50. Like, an M. Night Shyamalan movie is produced, directed, or whatever, and you're like, it might be great, sounds like a really good idea, but then you see it and you're like, or you see it and you're like, oh, that was really good. So I don't know, it's like he's missing something, but he's not as bad as Will Smith. Will Smith has great ideas for sci-fi. He obviously loves sci-fi, but however, he always misses the mark too. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Will Smith either. I don't know if they just don't have the right people in the room to go, you know what you should do here. Or maybe he doesn't listen to the editors. I don't know. Sometimes when you write stuff, and I'm a writer myself, not that anybody cares, but I am. And you write something and you put it out there and it's your baby, it's your world, you're God, you created it. And then all of a sudden some person comes along who's an editor, who knows about this kind of stuff and reads it and goes, well, you probably should take out that whole 2 or 3 chapters. And you're like, what? Then what happens to that? Okay. Sometimes it's very hard to take criticism. But let's move on to my review. First of all, I love this movie. Totally did. And it's a movie that I watch over and over. It's part of that group of movies that I go, yeah, what do I want to watch? Maybe I'll watch Devil again, yeah. Even though I know what's going to happen. Devil is one of those movies where you watch it, you don't know what's happening, and you don't know who is who and what's going on, so it's a great mystery that way. But sometimes when you watch those kind of movies, you don't want to ever see it again because you saw it, you know what's going to happen, so I don't need to see it again. But Devil is the kind of movie that you do want to watch over and over. At least I did. I do agree with the critics, however. If Devil came out straight to DVD, appearing as a Hulu original or a Prime, Amazon Prime original, then I think the critics would have given it a bit more leeway. Yet if that would have happened, it might not have been able to have the actors in the movie, which for me is what made the tale stand up and be a very good watch. This is a character-driven movie. It is not a lot of gore, action, or jump scares. It's about the people in the elevator and the event that's happening surrounding it. So let's go through the characters. Let's start with Chris Messina as Detective Bowden. You might remember Chris as the quirky love interest in the Mindy Project, but that came after this movie. He has one of those every guy, nerd, dark, and sexy vibe. Think Justin Long as Alex in He's Just Not That Into You. Detective Bowden is your typical alcoholic in recovery cop with a broken history with his family. Throughout the movie, we learn more about that history, and it's quite tragic, as all of the characters are. Messina gives an excellent portrayal of this broken, stoic soul whose only mission in life now is just to do his job, solve the crimes, and go home to his dark little apartment and try not to drink. He is obviously very good at his job as a detective, and it shows immediately. This is the character that leads you through each event, grounding you back to reality. Jacob Vargas, who plays Ramirez, one of the 2 building security people who also leads us through the maze of the storyline, yet his job is opposite of that of the detective. Ramirez is the one who instantly recognizes that something is very wrong with the events happening inside that elevator. He recognizes that there is evil afoot and takes our hands, guiding us through what is really going on. Of course, no one believes him until, the end. Vargas is an admirable actor who has been in the business for decades. Right next to him is another great, Matt Craven, who plays Lustig, Ramirez's boss, and who is very embarrassed by his colleagues' supernatural religious rants. Craven has over 40 films under his belt. He is very talented. Totally love him. Other greats in this movie is Logan Marshall-Green from the movie Upgrade and Prometheus, and he also brings us that dark, sexy vibe, totally love that. I'm sorry. Whatever. Anyway, Bokeem Woodbine from Dead Presidents, Caught Up, and yes, Jason's lyric. Ugh. But he will be in the 2021 movie Ghostbusters Afterlife. Bokeem has a long and extensive career in film and TV. He plays the temp security guard in this movie with, yes, secrets, just like everybody else, all their other characters. But who has to be the veteran actor with the longest line of movies is Jenny O'Hara, who is not given a name in the movie. She is simply the grab-your-purse, crotchety old woman. You know, the ones you never really pay attention to. She is best known for Dixie and My Sister Sam, Janet Heffernan in The King of Queens. And I loved her as the playwright in Wishmaster. Now there is another movie that had great potential if it hadn't have gone all Freddy Krueger on us. It was a really interesting storyline, but about the Jinn, and they've tried to do movies about the Jinn, and they've failed miserably. I don't know why. Wishmaster to me was one of the best films about the Jinn, you know, genie and all that. Oh, except for Aladdin was a hilarious Jinn of Robin Williams, rest in peace. If you want to learn more about the Jinn, you can just click over to my other YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the bottom where I do talk about the Jinn and who are they and what are they and all that. So it's quite interesting stuff. Okay, as you can see, I love this movie. Devil is a great watch, especially if you love the supernatural. It is a mystery. It's a definite, really good whodunit story, or what's happening, what's going on, who's the one who's actually doing all this stuff. It's a detective tale, a detective falling down the rabbit hole. I do think it will keep you watching and guessing till the end. It was low budget, but the professionalism of the cast and crew made it work. And the ending was quite astounding. In my opinion, I thought the ending was really good. And so this is a movie you can start from the beginning and go all the way to the end. But there is another ending that continues, and then the true ending really makes you think. So this is really what this movie is about. It makes you think about life, coincidences, the people we interact with, and stuff like that. It's just a really good movie, so I would recommend it highly. Check it out. So, have you seen Devil? What did you think? Do you give it a, it was okay, rating like the critics? Or do you err on my side and say it's a good watch again and again? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Share with your friends, hit the like button so the channel can grow. I'm just glad you were here. So if you don't want to do any of that, you don't care about the YouTube overlords, then hey, don't hit anything. Just wait for the next one. Well, subscribe so you can, you know, when I have another movie coming out, movie review coming out, you can check in on that and you know, and comment and go back and forth. I do read all of the comments, by the way, the good and the bad, whether you're critiquing me and how I did the video or whether you're critiquing the movie or what have you. The only thing I don't keep are the ones that are just hate-filled and this has nothing to do with anything. You just, you know, you're just a troll. If it sounds like a troll answer or comment, then I will immediately delete you. Otherwise, even if you're talking about how horrible I am and why did I do this and you suck, that's fine. I'll leave that up there, you know, because, you know, your opinion matters. But I just don't like hate stuff. And I don't get that a lot, actually. I think I've only deleted maybe 2 comments out of all the movies that I reviewed. So thanks so much for watching, especially you, my enders, who are still here listening to me. And until next time, peace, 2 fingers.